questions, which in this case you're going to come across once you start working on the final evaluation. All right, and this is what we're going to do. And of course, yes, if you are familiar, yes, with the questions, you will be confident enough, right, as to address the different questions on the exam. All right, perfect. Thank you. Thank you so much, yes, for reading, yes, for helping us reading the learning objective. So let's move on to the next slide. And before we start, I just want to highlight, the different components, right? The different components, yes, for our final evaluation. At this stage, yes, I'm sure that your teachers have already explained this part. So I just want to make sure, yes, I'm just going to double check this information with you, right? So the final evaluation, yes, on the final evaluation, you're going to be tested. Yes, you're going to be tested, yes, on your speaking, listening, grammar, and vocabulary skills. All right. So these four components are assessed on these evaluations. So, but yes, we need to be careful. We need to remember in this case that the speaking, right, the speaking evaluation, it takes place on your last online session. All right. And the speaking part, yes, it has got two parts, right? It's got two parts. The first one, which is, yes, you're going to be interacting with your teacher. Yes. And in the second part, you're going to be interacting with your classmates. All right. But this, right, the speaking, it's going to take place on your last online session. All right. What about points? So in this case, bear in mind, yes, that the speaking part, it is worth 30 points. All right. So make sure, yes, during this week, your teachers, right, they have prepared different activities. So make sure, yes, you join your online sessions and you practice, right? You make the most of these materials, right, that your teachers have prepared. All right. So, but today, what we're going to do is we're going to focus, right, on the written exam. Right, we're going to work on different exercises, yes, which in this case you're going to find, yes, on the written exam. So this Saturday, on the written exam, you're going to be tested on listening, grammar, and vocabulary. All right, and this is what we're going to check today. Right, remember, yes, that the learning objective is for you to get familiar with the types of questions. Right? You need to make sure you get familiar with the types of questions. So in order to do that, I'm going to share, yes, some exercises with you, yes, for you to be clear about the questions. All right. So without further ado, let's get into it, right? We're 29, well, 30 at this stage. Good job. So the first component you're going to be working on your final exam. Yes, this coming Saturday. In this case, it's the listening, right? The listening, it is worth 20 points. All right. English 3, yes, you are the lucky one. You're lucky because this time you're just going to be given one recording, one audio, right? Only one audio, no more than that, right? But this recording, yes, once you start working on this recording, you will have to answer, yes, you will have to work on two different question types. All right. And both question types, they are true and false, right? They are true and false tasks, right? So you will listen, yes, and then you will have to decide whether the sentences, right, whether these sentences are true or false. All right. The same happens, yes, for number 2. Yes, you will have to read the sentences and you will have to decide whether these sentences are true or false. All right. So the listening, yes, for the listening component, you are just going to be given one recording, no more. Right, one recording, and there are 2 question types, right? 2 question types. So in this case, each question type, it is worth 10 points, right? Because the total in this case, it is 20. All right. So this is about the listening. Let's continue. At this stage, have you got a question? Is there anything you would like to ask? Yes, hasta este punto tendrían alguna pregunta, alguna duda con el listening. En este caso solamente van a tener un audio, ¿sí? Solo hay un audio y son dos tipos de preguntas. Los dos tipos de pregunta en este caso les va a pedir que identifiquen si las oraciones o los statements que les presentan va a ser en este caso true or false. All right, so this stage I think we're all clear. Let's move on then. All right.
One question, Natalie, sorry.
Yes, of course. Hello,
eh,
Catherine.
Hi. ¿Solamente van a poner una vez? One more time or twice?
Oh, twice. You will be able to listen to the recording twice. Exactly,
Okay.
yes.
Thank you.
Les hacía la aclaración porque en este caso para todos los otros niveles todos van a tener dos audios, pero en el caso de inglés 3 solo tiene un audio. Por eso le decía que son los sortudos del grupo, del programa. Solo tienen un audio, pero sí, por supuesto, you will be able to listen to the recording twice. All right, twice. Good job. Thank you, Catherine. It's nice to have you here. Good job. All right, so let's see. Let's move on to the grammar section, right? The grammar section, the same as the vocabulary section, it is worth 25 points, right? And in this case, all the question types I have included here, yes, all of these, yes, are the ones that which in this case you're going to find on the exam. All right. In order to get familiar, yes, with the question types, I'm going to be sharing. We're going to work with each of them, yes, and we're going to practice. All right. Remember, yes, the purpose of this session is for us to practice. So I expect everyone to participate. All right. This is the only way you can check whether you are ready, prepare for the exam or not. All right. So let's see. Let's start with the first task, which in this case, this question type, it's pretty clear, but still, let's check. Over here, you have to circle. Yes, you have to circle the correct option, right? And over here, you've got words such as many, little, over here, a few, right? Much. So I'll give you a couple of minutes, right? Let's say 1 minute. Let's work individually, right? And once you finish, I want you to share your answers with me through the chat box. All right. But let's share the answers only with the teacher. Yes, only with me, not with the whole class. All right. So let's start. I'll give you 1 minute. Let's work individually. All right. Perfect. All right. So I've already got some answers. Thank you. Thank you, Hector. Thanks for sharing. Thank you, Catherine. Thanks for sharing your answers as well. What about the rest of the class? Over here, we're 37. Yes, with me, of course. But let's see. Yes, I expect everyone to share. Thank you, Ashley. Thanks for sharing. Good job. What about in what unit? In what unit did you cover this topic? Do you remember? In what unit did you cover this topic? So let's help everyone, right? For the ones who are not clear about this topic, maybe we can help them. Yes, identify where in the book, yes, in what unit, yes, you cover this topic. Let's see. Do you remember? Yes, what about you, Ashley, Hector, Catherine? Do you remember
Unit 7?
what unit? Unit 7, exactly. Thank you, Catherine. Unit 7. I think it was Unit 7C, right? Unit 7C, right? Over there, you were introduced, you were presented. Yes, you were presented this topic, right? So if by any chance, yes, you find it a little bit difficult, you find these exercises a little bit difficult, make sure you go, yes, to Unit 7C, yes, and you double check. Yes, you keep practicing on these exercises. All right, so let's see. Microphones on. Let me ask for volunteers. Yes, I do appreciate. In this case, I've only got answers from Hector, Catherine, and Ashley, right? Thank you so much. But what about the rest of the class? I'll give you a second chance. Yes, for the rest of the class, the ones who didn't share your answers, you can turn your microphones on, right? So I need volunteers. What about number one? A volunteer for number one, please. Let's see. Microphones on. Okay, let's check here. No volunteers. All right. Catherine, can you help us, please? Let's see.
There aren't many students in the class this year.
Exactly. Why many? Why many? Of course, this is the answer, but why many?
Many because a student is countable.
Exactly. We've got here, yes, this is you were presented countable and uncountable nouns, right? And in this case, of course, students, it's a countable noun. Therefore, the only option is many, right? Because we use much for uncountable nouns. Excellent. Thank you, Catherine. Good job. Good. What about number two? What about number two? A volunteer, please. Hector, let's see. Go ahead, please.
I bought a fruits apples at the market.
Exactly. Why? Why a few?
The apple is countable.
Exactly. Good job. Similar, right? Similar like students, apples, in this case, it's countable. We use a few for countable nouns, right? And we use little for uncountable nouns. Thank you, Hector. Thanks for sharing with us. Good job. Number three, a volunteer, please. Number three. Remember, we have only got 1 hour. Yes, we need to make sure we cover everything within this time. Yes, otherwise we won't make it. Volunteers. Number three. We're 38 right now. What about the rest of the class? Let's see, volunteers. Hector, thank you. Thanks for sharing with us. Good job. Good job. Number three, please.
Yes, teacher. Letter A. Do we have any juice? Letter B. Only a little left in the fruits.
Good job. Excellent. Right over here, only a little. Why? Why a little?
Juice is no countable.
Definitely, you are right. Yes, over here we're talking about juice, and juice is it's in this case an uncountable noun. Good job. Thank you, Hector. Thanks for sharing. Number four. What about number four? Ashley, please go ahead.
He drinks a lot of water when he exercises.
Exactly. Good job. And why not many, Ashley? Why not many?
Because many is for countable nouns and water is uncountable.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Good job. Yes, definitely. Water, in this case, it's an uncountable noun, right? So in this case, we cannot use many, right? As Ashley explained, we use many for countable nouns, right? Good job. Thank you, Ashley. Number five. What about number five? Volunteers. Let's see. We're 38 here. Let me see. Okay, I've got a volunteer. Catherine, please. Thank you.
And do you need more shares for the meeting? No, we have a few already set up.
Exactly. Why a few?
Because it's about shares. Each
And
shares is countable.
Uncountable noun, exactly. Yes, shares in this case, this is a countable noun. That's why the only option is a few. Thank you, Catherine. Great job. So in this case, right, once you start working on the final exam, you will see that the first grammar topic, it's going to be, in this case, about countable and uncountable nouns, right? If you happen, yes, to experience, yes, maybe difficulties with this topic, once again, make sure you go to Unit 7C, right? And make sure you double check this information and you keep practicing. All right. You can also go to page, in this case, you can go to page 173. Yes, if you go to page 173 over there, yes, you've got, yes, examples, exercises for you to practice. All right, good job. And of course, right, what about this question type? It's pretty easy. The only thing you have to do is to circle. All right, let's keep moving. Good job. What about the second, right? The second question type, it says, complete the dialogues. Yes, you've got different dialogues. You've got two actually, right? Two different. I forgot to write down the number. You've got two. Complete the dialogues with the correct form of the verbs. This time we're going to focus on past simple. All right. Okay. Again, I'll give you 1 minute. Yes. And after a minute, we're going to start checking our answers. All right. 1 minute. Share your answers with me through the chat box. All right. Let's start. Yes, thank you. Thank you to the ones who are sharing. Good job. Yes. Make sure you all share your answers, please. Let's use the chat box. All right. But in this case, remember that number one, in this case, of course, this is number one, right? This is number one, and then this is number two. Remember that the first one, it's a question. So whenever you ask questions, right, there's something you need to add, yes, to the question. So double check. Let's double check there. All right, so this time I need volunteers, but I want you to write down your answers on the board, right, on the whiteboard. So volunteers, please. I need volunteers. Who can help us, right? Number one and number two. Let's see, number one and number two. A volunteer. No volunteers. Chicos, recuerden que esta es una sesión justamente para poder practicar. Entonces es necesario que nos demos esta oportunidad y si en el camino nos equivocamos no hay problema porque justamente estos errores nos van a ayudar a darnos cuenta cuáles son estas áreas que en este caso tenemos que reforzar. Okay, somos 42 en la sala y solamente tengo respuestas de 3 alumnos. Recuerden que esta es una sesión adicional al curso, ¿no? Que se da con la finalidad de poder apoyarlos, ¿sí? Entonces, no les estoy pidiendo que me compartan las respuestas con todos, les estoy pidiendo simplemente que lo compartan conmigo y de esa manera yo puedo ver que ustedes están siguiendo la sesión. All right. Tengo muchos alumnos que están, en este caso, con cámaras apagadas y tampoco responden. Entonces, por favor, les pido que podamos sacar el mayor provecho de esta sesión. Ok. Listo. Muchas gracias. All right. So let's see. Let's get started. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yes, now you're sharing. Yes, you're sharing your answers with me. That's excellent. Okay, so I need volunteers so you can write down your answers on the board. Volunteers, please. Let's see. What about number 1? Let's check. Can you please write down your answer on the board? Let me see. Thank you. Yes, thank you to the ones who are sharing. Good job. Yes, chicos, este es el propósito. El propósito de esta sesión es justamente practicar y en este caso darnos la oportunidad. Sí, y acá es donde nos vamos a dar cuenta. Si de pronto mis respuestas no son correctas, entonces tengo lo que queda de la semana para poder identificar qué áreas, ¿no? En qué áreas o qué aspectos gramaticales debo yo reforzar. All right. Good job. Thank you to the ones who are sharing. Thank you, Esther. Thank you. Good job. Thank you, Alejandra. All right. So, Hector, can you please write down the answer on the board? Yes, this time no microphones, but I need you to write down the answers on the board because I need to check. All right. Go ahead, please. Number 2, Alison. All right. Perfect. So number 1, Hector, and number 2, Alison. All right. Write down the answer on the board. Let's see.
La B o la...
Number two, the whole conversation. Number 2, so A and B. Alison, A and B.
What is your grandpa's life when you were a
Oh.
child?
Alison, but can you write down the answer on the board? I need you to write down the answer on the board so I can check. Yes, can you write it down? Thank you. Hector, the same with you. Hector, on the board. Right? Yes, write down the answer on the board. Or maybe you have joined the session from your mobile phones. Maybe that's the reason, and maybe you cannot. All right. Okay, so let's see. Hector, can you turn your microphone on, please? I'm going to write it down for you. Turn your microphone on, Hector. And then, yes, we continue with you, Alison. Yes, what about Hector?
Okay.
Okay, so
Number
let's see.
1. What time was you get up yesterday?
All right, yes, but in this case, you have got a main verb. Hector, you've got a main verb. Here we've got the verb, let me see, we've got the verb get up, right? What's the auxiliary? Yes, what's the auxiliary we use whenever we want to make a question in past, yes, in the past simple, and whenever you've got a main verb? What's the auxiliary we need?
Did.
Exactly. Good job. Thank you, Catherine. Thank you. So we need to use did. Yes, whenever. Over here, you've got a main verb. Yes, you've got the verb get up, right? You've got a main verb. So it means, right, that whenever we are working on our question, we need to remember that we need to use the auxiliary, right? So what would be the correct option, Hector? We need to use did. Yes, the auxiliary did. So what would be the question? So what time? So not was, but instead of was, what are you expected to use this time? So what time? Something happened with his microphone, I think. Okay, the question is for everyone. Turn your microphones on. Let's help. Yes, let's help Hector. So what would be the question? What time?
What's time was you did get out yesterday?
All right, but why was? Why was? So like this, what time, what did you, yes, did you get up? But why was, Hector? In this case, yes, was, it's not necessary here, right? Because you have already got, yes, you have already got the main verb, right? Which in this case, it's get up. So what time did you get up yesterday? Right? So we're going to use was on where whenever we're working with the verb to be. But in this case, yes, we have already got a main verb. Yes, and the main verb is get up. All right, good job. Thank you. Yes, what time did you get up yesterday? All right, whenever you've got a main verb, let's remember that we use the auxiliary did. Yes, whenever, yes, we're working with questions. Thank you, Hector. Thank you for helping us. What about letter B? Catherine, can you help us, please? Letter B, what's the answer?
Okay. I got up very early.
Exactly. So in this case, we need to make sure we use the past simple of the verb, right? So I got up very early. We're talking about, yes, we're talking about something that happened yesterday, right? A finish, so a time which in this case it's finished. Good job. Thank you, Catherine. Number 2, what about Alison? Alison, can you help us, please? What about number 2? I'm going to write it down for you. So you share your answer with me. Number 2. Yes, is Alison still here?
Did
Yes,
your
there she is.
grandpa's life?
Where did
Your grandpa's life?
also grandparents? Yes, where did your grandparents? Okay, here. Let me write it down here. Okay. Alison, let's see, what's the difference? How do you pronounce this one? How do you pronounce this word?
Life?
Life, yes. And how do you pronounce this one?
Life.
The first one, life, yes, and the second one, leaf, right? Leaf, exactly. The first one, in this case, this is the noun, and the second one, this is the verb, right? So in this case, how would be the question? Can you repeat the question again, Alison?
Did your grandpa's live?
Exactly. Good job. Thank you. Thank you so much. Good job. Yes.
Thank
Where
you.
did you? Thank you. Thank you, Alison. Where did your grandparents live when you were a child? Right? Again, over here, you've got a main verb, right? You've got a main verb, which in this case, it's live, right? So over here, of course, you need to use the auxiliary for the question. All right? Good job. Thank you. What about a volunteer for letter B? Yes, a volunteer for letter B. Let's see. Remember, we're here. Yes, the reason why we're all here is because we want to learn, right? So let's give it a go. What about, yes, Hector, let's see, letter V, please.
They live in a small town and we visited them every weekend.
Good job. Yes, they lived, right? And then visited, right? They lived in a small town and visited, yes, them every weekend. Good job, Hector. Thank you so much. Perfect, right? As you can see, right? As you can see over here, the second question type we've got here, yes, it focuses on the usage on the usage of past simple. All right. What about, again, let's go to the book and you let me know where in what unit did you learn about the past simple, so we can help the rest of the class to check this? In what unit? Let's see.
8.
Unit 8. Thank you, Catherine. Yes, you're right. Unit 8B, right? 8B. Exactly. Unit 8B. And in this case, you can go again, yes, to page 173. All right. So if you feel you need extra practice, make sure you go to Unit 8B. In this case, page 173. All right. Over there, you've got extra, right? Extra information and extra exercises. All right. Thank you, Catherine. Thanks for helping us here. Good job. All right. Let's continue and let's go to the next activity. All right. Something happened here. Oh, okay. Something happened with my, let me double check. Okay, I think I missed my exercise. All right, we can go back. The next one, right? The next exercise, it focuses, right? It focuses on comparatives and superlatives. But give me a second. We're going to work on the other exercises and then we're going to come back. Algo pasó con esta diapositiva, chicos, pero volvemos, ¿ok? Me hacen acordar, esto es sobre comparatives y superlatives. All right, let's see. Let's go to the next one. All right, over here we've got the next question type, yes, in this case, it says, complete a conversation with present perfect or past simple form of the verbs in brackets. Right here in brackets, you are given verbs. So in this case, you're going to use these verbs in order to complete the conversation. All right, so I'll give you a minute. Yes, I'll give you a minute. Let's work individually and then we're going to check. All right, let's see, let's start. Yes, remember, once you're ready, share your answers with me through the chat box, right? So in that way, I'll be clear, yes, about when we're ready to start checking our answers. So yes, share your answers with me through the chat box. Oh, it's nice. We're 42 right now. Great. All right, thank you. Thank you to the ones who are already sharing your answers with me. Good job. But what about number one? Also number one. Stephanie, number one. You're missing number one. I've got 2, 3, 4, but number one. Exactly. Thank you. Thank you, Hector. Thank you, Esther. Thanks for sharing. Good job. All right, volunteers. So let's see. Yes, let's see. Let's write the answers on the board. Yes, this time I would like you to write the answers on the board, right? So I will be able, yes, to check, yes, if we're doing, yes, good, or maybe we need, yes, explanation or clarification, right? Let's see. Number one, volunteers, go ahead and you write down the answer. All the ones, yes, all the ones who are on your computer. If you are on your computer, yes, feel free to share your answers with me. All right, okay, I'll give you a minute. Volunteers. Thank you, Maricielo. Thanks for sharing. Good job. Number one, check the past participle. Yes, check the past participle of the verb. Good job. All right, no volunteers. Why not? Okay, I'll write down. Okay, there we are. Thank you. Thank you, Maricielo. Yes, good job. But what about the past participle, Maricielo? The past participle of see. What about the verb here? You're doing good job. Yes, over here. Let me see. Exactly. So, hi, Sarah. Yes, over here. Have you? And in this case, whenever we work with the present perfect simple, what's the form? What's the form of the verb? Microphones, yes, on. Let's see. What's the form of the verb? Do we use the present simple, the past simple?
Sing.
Past participle, right? Exactly. Thank you, Catherine. We need to use, whenever we're working, yes, with present perfect, yes, we use the past participle of the verb, right? So in this case, it'll be, have you? Yes, have you seen, right? Only an N. Yes, only an N it's missing. Have you? Yes, have you seen the new art museum yet? Right? We're talking about life experiences, right? Whenever we use it, we use present perfect simple to talk about life experiences. All right? Good job. Thank you, Catherine. What about number 2? Volunteers, feel free to share your answers as well. Let's see. What about, yes, over there? Who's there?
No, haven't. I went.
Exactly. I'm going to write it down for you. Yes, of course. Over here. I went. Okay, I don't know who was there, but let's see. Yes, I went. You're right. I went. No, I haven't. Yes, this person replies. Yes. No, I haven't. I went to the Science Museum. Yes, and over here, yes, they mention, yes, last weekend. You're talking about a specific time in the past, right? We're talking about something that it's already finished, right? That's why you need to use past simple. Good job. What else? What about number 3? So no, I haven't. I went to the Science Museum last weekend, but Hector, yes, please.
I don't have.
All right, but remember, Hector, we're only working with present perfect simple and past simple. Don't, that's
I
yes.
haven't.
In
I
that case,
haven't.
it's yes. In this case, don't, it's present simple, right? But haven't, why? Because here you're talking about last weekend. You're talking about something, yes, that it's already finished. What would be the right option here? I went to the Science Museum last weekend, right? And last weekend, yes, no time to visit the art one. What do we need here? Present perfect simple or past simple?
I didn't have.
Exactly. Thank you so much. Good job. Yes, but I didn't. Let's remember that this is the auxiliary we use, yes, for the past, right? Yes, I didn't have time to visit the art one. Good job. Thank you, Hector. Good job. Yes, and of course, right? Remember that whenever you're working with negative, right? In this case, the verb, it remains the same. It doesn't change, right? Good job. Thank you. So they were asking about the art museum, but this person, yes, hasn't visited the art museum, but the science museum, right? All right, let's continue. Number 4, a volunteer, please, for number 4. Then the person replies, oh, you should. It's amazing. And then we've got another question here. What would be the answer for number 4?
Have you ever taken?
Good job. Yes, excellent. Yes, you're asking about life experience, right? Exactly. Good job. Over here we've got have you, right? Have you ever, and in this case the past participle of the verb, taken. Yes, I got it toward there. Good job. Thank you. And then the person replies, yes, no, I haven't. Maybe I will next time. All right. Good job. Number 5. What about number 5? Volunteers, please. This time they're asking about the cafe inside.
Have you tried?
Exactly. Yes, over here we've got yes again. Yes, have you tried? Yes, have you tried the cafe, right? The cafe inside. And then this person says, right, right? This person adds the desserts, right, are great. Yes, I have. I loved the chocolate cake. All right, good job. So in this case, once you get to this question type, right? Over here, you're going to be tested, yes, on present perfect, right? And past simple, right? Remember that, yes, whenever we use, right? We use present perfect simple to talk about life experiences, right? What about the form? Yes, when we talked about, yes, when we check the form, as we have checked over here in the exercise, the verb, right? The verb, it takes the past participle, right? We use the past participle of the verb. And we use past simple to talk about something that it's finished. All right. So in what unit, yes, were you presented this grammar, this grammar topic? Go to the book and you let me know. Where?
Unit 10.
Unit 10, right? Exactly. So if you feel you need extra practice, make sure you go to Unit 10C, right? Am I right? Yes, Unit 10C. You can go to page 175. Yes, if you go to page 175, over there you've got, yes, extra material, right? Extra exercises for you to practice. All right, good job. Thank you. Let's keep moving. I think we've got one more question here. Yes, this is the last one, right? I'm still missing comparatives. You remind me, yes, make sure you remind me about it. So this is the last question type. Yes, you're going to be presented on the exam. This question, it says, use will or be going to. Yes, we're going to be talking about the future, right? Use will or be going to plus the correct form. Yes, the correct form of the verb in brackets to complete each dialogue. Right here in brackets, for instance, you've got visit, you've got clean, decorate, help, and try. All right. So again, I'll give you a minute, work individually, and then we're going to check. All right. Let's see. 1 minute. Once you're ready, you share your answers with me through the chat box. All right. Thank you, Esther. You were sharing your answers with me. Good job. Yes, from the previous exercise. Good job. Thank you, Daniela, for sharing as well. All right. Okay. So let's see. I'll give you a minute, right? All right. Are we ready? Are we ready to start? So let's see. What about number one? Let's
number
see.
one.
Hector.
Okay, number one is have you made plans for the school holidays? Letter B, yes. I am going to visit my cousin in the countryside.
Excellent. Very good job. Yes, I'm going to visit. Yes, I'm going to visit my cousins in the countryside. Why? Why be going to and not will, Hector?
Because it's a plan, it's not predict the future.
Exactly. In this case, we're talking about, yes, we're talking about plans, we're talking about intentions, right? And this is something we need to bear in mind. Yes, when we use, yes, be going to talk about plans, to talk about intentions. Thank you. Thank you, Hector. Good job. Yes, I'm going to visit my cousins. And of course, yes, once you work with this structure, remember, yes, always, yes, remember that, yes, you need to use, yes, you need to make sure, yes, you do not forget, yes, about the verb to be, because this is distractor, yes, be going to. And of course, the verb to be, it's going to change depending on your subject. All right, good job. Thank you, Hector. Number 2, what about number 2? Volunteers, please. What about number 2? This time you can turn your microphones on. I'll be the one, yes, I'll be writing down the answer. So turn your microphones on. Volunteers, please. We're almost finishing. Yes, we're about to finish. We've got, yes, 10 minutes. Let's see. Number 3.
Number 3, I will clean.
Nelly, thank you so much. Yes, here it says, right? The room, it's really messy. And then this other person replies, okay, I'll clean it for you, right? Why? Why will this time, Nelly? Why will? Why? Yes, why? Why did you choose will this time? Let's see.
Decisions.
For instance, this is an instant decision, right? This is an instant decision. This is not a plan, right? This is an instant decision. The room is messy. Then the other person says, all right, okay, I'll clean it for you, right? This is like an offer as well, right? We use will, yes, whenever we talked about, yes, offers, instant decisions, right? Good job. Thank you, Nelly. Thanks for sharing. Number 3, what about number 3? And of course, right, whenever you're working with will, remember that the verb, yes, the verb, it takes the infinitive. All right. Number 3, volunteers, please. Number 3. Ashley, go ahead, please.
Are you still planning your birthday party? Yes, I'm going to decorate the house next Friday.
Exactly. Good job. Yes, I'm in this case going. Yes, I'm going to decorate. Yes, I'm going to decorate the house next Friday. Right? Over here again, similar to number 1. Yes, over here you're talking about plans, right? You're talking about plans. You're talking about intentions. Thank you. Thank you, Ashley. Good job. And of course, right? Let's always remember about the verb to be. Good job. Number 4. What about number 4? Andrea, please.
I feel terrible. I think I left my wallet in the taxi. Oh no, I will help you look for it.
Exactly. Good job. Why? Why will? Why will, Andrea?
Because it is a instant decision.
Exactly. This is an instant decision. Yes, I will help, right? I will help. This is an instant decision. And it can also be like an offer, right? You offer yourself as well, right? I'll help. Yes, I'll help you look for it. Thank you. Thank you, Andrea. Good job. Perfect. And what about number 5, the last one? The last exercise. Let's see. What about number 5? Okay, let's see. We have only got 9 minutes. Andrea, again, let's see. Help us, please.
I can't open this jar. Wait, I will try to open it for you.
Excellent. Good job. Yes, this is an offer, right? You're offering to do something. Yes. Good job. So in this case, I'll try, right? I'll try to open it for you. Thank you, Andrea. Thanks for helping us over here. Good job, right? So in this case, right, this question type, yes, it's going to assess, right? It's going to assess the usage, right? The usage of will and be going to. All right. So in what unit? In what unit did you study? Yes, where you presented these grammar structures?
Unit
Let's go to the
12,
book.
letter B.
Unit 12. Yes, you're definitely right. Thank you, Hector. Yes, Unit 12, right? Letter, in this case, B and C,
Letter C.
right? Exactly. Good job. B and also C. So you can go, yes, you can go to page 177, right? If you need extra practice. All right. Good job. Perfect. So in this case, well, we have only got 8 minutes. Okay, let me erase this and let me go back. So the only thing I'm missing is comparatives and superlatives. All right, let me go back. Here we are. All right, so when it comes to the grammar, once again, the grammar part, it is worth 25 points. All right, these are the questions you are going to come across once you work, once you work on the, on the final exam. The only thing I'm missing is comparatives and superlatives. Yes, chicos, no sé qué pasó con ese slide, se me perdió, me parece. Pero in this case, right, the third question type, el tercer tipo de pregunta en el examen se va a enfocar en este caso en los comparatives, es comparatives and superlatives. In the book, where in the book were you presented comparatives and superlatives? Let me go to the book. Comparatives and superlatives. All right. Yes. If you go, yes, you can go. If you check, yes, you were working, yes, with comparatives and superlatives on Unit 9. Yes,
9.
Unit 9B. That was comparatives, right? Comparatives and superlatives, Unit 11, right? Unit 11B as well. All right. So in order to practice comparatives and superlatives, make sure you go to Unit 9 and Unit 11. All right. Over there, you will be able, to keep practicing because this is coming. All right, this is definitely coming. So let's summarize. The grammar section. So question number 1, it's going to assess countable and uncountable nouns, right? In this case, it's countable and uncountable nouns, and you will have to decide whether you need to use a few, a little, many, right? Question number 2 focuses on past simple, right? Past simple. Question number 3, it focuses in this case in comparatives and superlatives, right? Question number 4, it focuses on the usage of present perfect simple and past simple. And then the last one, it focuses on the usage of will and be going to. All right, this is about the grammar section. Let's go straight to the vocabulary. We've got 5 minutes. So over here, yes, when you get to the vocabulary section, it is worth 25 points, similar to the grammar section. All right, 25 points. And these are the questions you are going to be presented. All right, for instance, in the first exercise, you will have to complete, maybe you will have to complete a text, maybe a paragraph. You will be given words, in this case, in a box, right? You will be given words in the box. So you will have to choose and you have to complete this part. But be careful because there are 4 extra words, which in this case you won't need, right? What about the second one? Here it says, write the ways of getting around under each picture, right? So you will be given a picture. You have to look at the picture and then you will have to write down, the different ways of getting around. All right. What about number 3? Here you will have to work, you're going to be given sentences and you will have to circle the correct answer. All right. What about the next one? Again, here you will have to underline the correct word, to complete this story. And then the last one, it says it is related to the weather, right? Complete the weather report, circle the correct alternative. All right. So these are the question types. In this case, you won't have a problem in order to work with these question types because they're pretty easy to understand. But when it comes to that content, Yes, I suggest everyone checking the vocabulary reference, right? Make sure you go to the vocabulary reference and you learn. Yes, make sure you learn, all the vocabulary that you were presented. All right, on this list. All right, and that's it, right? When it comes to the vocabulary, we're not going to, I'm not gonna share exercises because, I would be giving you the answers, if I do that. All right. So that's all for today. Thank you so much, for your active participation, Hector, Catherine, over here, Gina, all the ones who were sharing here. And I don't know, have you got a question? Is there anything you would like to ask before we finish? No questions. All right. So thank you so much for attending the session, and I'll see you this coming Saturday. All right. Goodbye. Take care.
Thank you, Natalie.
Thank you. Goodbye. Thank you.
Thank you, Natalie.
Goodbye, Esther. Thank you.